am at the grandstand today, where we've had a statement in from the Ironman TT races, basically saying that following a review after incidents in the third qualifying session of the Ironman TT races last night, of course that incident involving the Crow brothers, the event's promoter has decided to suspend the Sidecar class for the remainder of the 2026 Ironman TT races. Organisers say the precautionary measure has been implemented in the interests of competitor and spectator safety and reflects the race organisation's commitment to reviewing all aspects of event safety and operational delivery whenever an incident occurs. Now, I've come to the grandstand to speak to Sidecar competitors involved and get their reaction at the news.
My name is Ross Buchanan. We are Bullin Racing.
Adam Evans, passenger, Bullin Racing.
And obviously we've had this news today that essentially the Sidecar class has been pulled from the remainder of the TT this year. What's the sort of instant reaction to that news?
The instant reaction is obviously is gutting. You know, we work all year, we race all year to come here for the TT. Obviously last year there were some incidents that happened and some measures have been implemented to try and slow the class down, bring the class closer together, which on a whole this year has lowered the speeds of the sidecars. But obviously throughout the field some people have more money to research and development, and they have gone pretty fast even with the restrictors in, which is a testament to their dedication and their skill and their engineering ability. And I think what they've done with their sidecars is absolutely fantastic at the top end of the field. The lower end of the field, obviously we've been hit just as much as them. Our power has been brought down as well, and it has brought the speeds down slightly, you know. For the class to go on, there are obviously going to have to be measures taken into place to make the sidecars safer, but it's not just the sidecars. I think there's an emphasis being put on the sidecars that they're dangerous, they're this, they're that. Unfortunately, as you can see over the last few days, and as bad as it is, solos do crash as well. It's not all down to sidecars crashing. Every single incident around the TT course is obviously, it's terrible. No one wants to see anybody crashing, nobody getting hurt, but it does happen across the field. I just feel that sidecars are put under the spotlight more when something goes wrong. It's absolutely gutting to be pulled from the TT 2026. For ourselves, this was going to be our last year anyway, but I can't imagine how the other teams are feeling, knowing that their next year might be in jeopardy as well at the moment. And for us it's just as going, because obviously this was going to be our last year, and now we are hoping to get on a high. Now we're going out on this sort of finish, and it's devastating. What more can I say, really?
No, I think Ross pretty much covered it there. But yeah, like he says, we worked really hard all year to get here. We got a few laps in. We really started settling in. We started feeling really good. Me personally, I was getting more and more comfortable every time we went out. I was really looking forward to seeing what the rest of the week would bring. I'm really looking forward to race week, and like Ross said, obviously we were planning on this being our big hurrah, sort of to end on a high. So yeah, it was just absolutely devastating to get that news earlier, and not quite sure what feelings I got at the moment. There's so many, it's horrible. So we understand the event organisers have done what they feel they needed to do. But yeah, it's harsh for all the competitors. Like I say, everyone's worked really hard to get here. It's not an easy place to get to, and it's a lot of dedication. A lot of people taking time out from work, family, and made a lot of sacrifices to get here. So to be cut so suddenly, it's brutal.
I mean, and obviously we're on a radio medium right now, but you guys look a bit shell-shocked, to be honest with you. I mean, it's probably far too soon for you to even be thinking, but you said that you were hoping this would be last year. Are you thinking you might try and come next year then, if it comes back on again?
I don't know, because it's horrible, because right now there's no certainty. I mean, for us, this is the thing. The TT, that's what you work for, and it's how do you go back and start prepping. So the end of one TT is the start of the prep for the next. So how we don't know how you can go back and even think to start prepping for next year without the knowledge of whether it's actually going to happen.
And I mean, I suppose as well, you say the sacrifices that made, but there's a lot of expense as well to come and compete at the TT. That's not a secret. I mean, the second we broke this news on air today, it happened to just be in the middle of our Man in Line programme, and the amount of callers then in the last half an hour that were like, these riders need to be, compensated. What about all the money spent? I mean, what's your reaction to that side of things as well? I mean, there is genuine outrage, I suppose, amongst the population that this has been caught.
I mean, the TT organisers have told us that there will be some compensation I'm not going to go into how much that is or how little that is, but unfortunately it does not cover a fraction of the cost that it's cost us to come here, and the cost that it gives you to go racing for the rest of the year to come here. You know, you spend thousands of pounds each month going racing on tracks to get your signatures. You take 3 weeks out of work, so you're missing out on getting paid from work and holiday pay. It's just you sacrifice everything to come here to the what is the best race in the world, basically, and to be cut short on such little notice without any talks or anything like that about, look, okay, there has been a few incidents, we need to do this, we need to implement change right away to carry on TT 2026 for the sidecars. But there was no talk of that. It was just an instant shutdown. We're not going to be carrying them on. But yeah, so there's huge financial losses for all the teams. We're only a small team, but I can imagine what the big teams at the top end of the paddock, how much they're going to have lost out on. And in today's financial climates, you know, money's not found easily. No. So
unfortunately, it also has a knock-on effect for businesses. There's a lot of businesses that, you know, a lot of their work will come from developments from the TT. A lot of the engineering companies, they're known for work that they do here at the TT. So if people are in doubt that there's going to be another TT, it's got that knock-on effect for engineering businesses and all sorts. So it's not just the direct teams that are racing that get affected. It's a lot of other businesses and people that are involved in the sport.
And I suppose as well that, I mean, the statement we've had is it doesn't really go into the details of why. I know that obviously we had the incident last night in qualifying, but were you given any indication on why they've kind of pulled this, why that's the decision that's been made?
It's all due to safety measures of the sidecars. And like I said previously, I do get there are safety concerns over the sidecars, but there are also safety concerns over solos. These solo speeds are pushing up to 130, 135 miles an hour laps, and if you ask me, that's getting really fast, and that is people riding on the edge of their seat every corner of that lap. So it's across the board. I just feel that some classes are being targeted more than others.
Is there anything else you'd like to add at all?
Not really. I mean, all we can say is like thank you to everyone out there that does support the sidecar class, because there's a lot of people that come over here to see the sidecar. So you know, it's a shame for them that they're not going to see the sidecars. I mean, we've got people that were going to come out sort of between now and race week just to see the three-wheel machines going round, and unfortunately, now it's not going to happen now.
Yeah. And also for you boys as well, before I sort of wrap this up, I mean, you meant we've talked a little bit about finances there. I know that a lot of the teams, you know, you're supported by various sponsors and things. I mean, would you like to kind of give any of them a shout out before I finish recording as well?
I cannot thank our sponsors enough. Literally, without you guys, we've got Lumley Engineering, MGL Renewable, we've got AW Racing, Club XS, Clark Clinic Repair. You guys have done everything to help us get to the TT, and without you we wouldn't be here. So literally from the bottom of our hearts we are so grateful. And just to end things, I would also like to wish everybody that so far this TT has had an incident the best wishes, and I hope you recover. Like Crow Boys, you guys are absolutely amazing. We wish you the best in recovery. Maria, Sean, hope you guys are okay. And all the solo riders, I don't know your names because I haven't really been too invested in it, but all the best.
Yeah, and to anyone else that, you know, the solos that are going to be competing for the rest of the TT, we just hope they have a good and safe TT.
So Dave Marshall.
And which team are you with?
SAF.
Perfect. And yeah, I suppose just instant reaction to the news today.
Look, it's very disappointing. That's the decision they've come to. Obviously not an easy decision. But we're just going to have to see what's going to happen next.
And have you given any indication of future plans for, or is the indication I'm kind of getting from the paddock is that you've not been told too much right now?
No, it was just basically a statement. When we went in for the meeting, it was a statement that they issued us, and they did. We could talk to them at the side if we wanted to. I stayed back and talked to a few, but you know, obviously they're going to come up with a plan for hopefully moving forward as to how to make it safer and to maybe restrict us down, or like we're running restrictors at the moment. You know, majority of the field are down. You look at the lap times; they're all down on lap times. But I suppose they feel they you know they have to do something, and that's the decision they've come to.
My name's Anthony McDonald, racing with Eclipse Racing.
Derek Lynch, I'm the driver for Eclipse Racing.
I mean, yeah, reaction to today's news then?
gutted, basically. I don't know how else to put it. The amount of time and effort. It's not even the money thing, really. Like, I know they said we'd be compensated and stuff like that. If money was an issue, we wouldn't be here, but it's literally just time and effort and realising the dream of what we wanted to do and stuff. Okay, I know it's not our first time here or anything like that, but we had aspirations, we had plans, we had family backing, friends backing and stuff like that. And like, I've got friends and family coming over tomorrow. Driver's the same, Derek's the same. He's got friends and family coming over tomorrow to support us. Thousands of people here to come and support us and support sidecars in general, not just us. Like, there's 35 teams on the grid here. There's over 70 people on the grid for sidecars alone. Like, it's just gut wrenching, I suppose. That's like, I can't understand why they can just justify sacking an entire grid instead of trying to come up with some other solution. Surely there has to be something else that can be done instead of just saying sidecars aren't safe. Like, crashes happen all the time. Solo bikes crash all the time. There was a fairly serious crash on, was it Monday evening in Parliament Square? Didn't hear any repercussions from it. And okay, you have 2 fairly serious car accidents this year. One was caused by nature, so I've heard. Whether that's true or not, I'm not 100% sure. But okay, last night was very unfortunate. Fortunately, nobody else was hurt. I know the guys are in a bit of a bad way at the minute, but we all signed the same dotted line. We all signed the same piece of paper. We all take on the same responsibilities. I just can't fathom how they can sack an entire grid from one accident this year anyway.
Could you just reiterate what you just said?
Yeah, pretty much just the same thing, just devastated really. Like, we spend, like, the only reason we race on the short circuits is to get signatures and get bike fit to come here. Like, this is the event of the year for us, so just to have to go home after a couple of laps now, we're only really getting into it. It's just just devastated really.
And I mean, I know it's so soon in the day for this, but are you even starting to think about other events coming forward, or is it just the news marinating at the minute?
To be honest, I have thinking of selling the bike. Like, if we're not, obviously this year is scrapped off. I don't know what the plans are for next year, but yeah, I don't know. Just the head is spiraling at the minute and don't know what plans to do. Obviously, hopefully we'll back at the Southern now next month. But we've a couple of meetings at home in Kirkstown and Mondello over the next month. But yeah, this was the main one for the year, and now it's done. So I don't really care about the rest of them.
It's hard to justify. Okay, I know. As Irish teams anyway, we don't have road racing. It's all here on the island for us. I know there's other places like Derby and stuff in England, but that's it's even further. It's twice as far from here for us, so it's twice as expensive to get to. Scarborough. Derby, Scarborough I meant. But like, it's hard to justify keeping a road race machine just for one event such as the Southern. Now, I'm not slating the Southern. I love the track. I love the meeting. It's absolutely amazing, but as Derek said, this is the main ticket for, I'd say, most of the teams here.
Well, no one's going to take it as you're slighting the Southern. I think the TT is what all you guys aim for. I think that's across the board. We hear that every year, isn't it? So it's got to be rough news to have this scrapped.
Yeah, pretty much. Just digest it, as Derek said. Like, it's hard to justify keeping an F2 machine. Like, even at home in Ireland, like, there isn't F2s. There's myself. There's what? There's four of them. 4 of us in Ireland, and 2 of us are here doing road racing. The other 2 are, I'm assuming, I know one of them is aspiring to come here in future years. He's only started racing. He's only 2 years under his belt, so it's actually a brother-in-law of mine. But sure, if this is the end of it, like, what's the point in keeping a bike that's dedicated for road racing if they're not going to be there? Like, in Ireland, everyone else runs the F1s, 1000 cc's, like, and it's tough going trying to keep up with them on the little 600s. Like, so what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's probably too early to say, but I mean, how are you feeling about, like, your sport in general then? I mean, how are you getting new people coming into it if you're seeing things like the TT scrapping it this year?
The grids in Ireland are picking up. Like, a couple of years ago, we could have had 8-9 bikes on the grid that would be considered half decent. Like, this year, I think at the last Mondello we had 13, 14, and even at that there was a couple of people that didn't get out, so it is growing. As Anto said, the brother-in-law Philly Newton, he's new, a couple of other new lads coming in. So yeah, I think the last day in Mondello probably half the grid had bibs on for newcomers. So, but it is growing there. But unfortunately, this is where we want to be. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add at all?
I think that's it. We're just digesting the news at the minute. Like, I don't know really what else to say. It's just absolutely gutted. Like, this is
send best wishes to Maria and Sean, and obviously Ryan and Callum as well, and wish them speedy recoveries.
And I suppose I did this with another team as well. You obviously come over with the backing of a lot of sponsors as well. Do you want to give any of them a shout out while I'm recording as well?
Yeah, it's probably a good shout actually. We have quite a few sponsors, well, a nice few sponsors this year. Some of them are friends and family. My auntie Laura, she's a visually impaired artist. She does paintings and knitwork and stuff like that as well. Cousin of mine has a company called Our Cartel. He does stainless fabrication. TCQ Construction, they came on board this year.
They're based in the Isle of Man as well, so we got them from this event. Bailey's Garages as well, based on the Isle of Man again for this event. It's like this. The TT brings in most of our sponsors, so local events doesn't get as much. So Gear Industries.
He's another Manx man.
Yeah.
He's here on the island. We've Reactive Property Maintenance from back home. They're a good bunch of lads as well. We've got Assured Power. That's Jamie Masterson, another Irish man.
Generator company.
Yeah. HMH Safety. That's a Manx company.
Dave Marshall
Yeah, that's Dave Marshall. He's a competitor of ours. And just anybody else that gave us a hand out. Like, there's friends and family that we were running like a lottery bonus ball. Just anybody that bought a ticket off us just to help us out. You basically paid for us to get here, but I want to apologise to all of you. But again, I feel like
you need to apologise. I don't think it's on you guys.
We've Marin Motorsports as well. Boris Stroud. He actually does a lot for all sidecars all over the world. Does a lot for the sport in England, Ireland, America. I think he actually has a team in New Zealand and Japan as well. But yeah, he does a lot. Just three-wheeling. Obviously, Chris Bowman's done a lot. He's not here this year because, well, I believe it's for the TT movie. They couldn't get on track to do film and wouldn't let him do interviews, so he couldn't come this year. But he generally gives us a lot of help with coverage and things as well. So yeah, just basically everybody that's helped us.
Yeah. Massive shout out to everybody. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, we genuinely wouldn't be here. It is just terribly unfortunate that it's come to the ending that it has, but just want to thank you all from the bottom of our heart. I really appreciate all your effort. Like, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, so thanks again.
Yeah, I'm Nick Crowe, basically Ryan and Callum Crowe's dad, big part of the team.
And I suppose first of all, the main thing, the important thing, how are they doing today?
Yeah, considering the crash and the impact they had, it was really exceptional. They were lucky to get out of that alive, and for them to come out with, I'm going to say minor injuries, with a few broken bones and this, that and the other. There was no life-threatening injuries, and the paramedics and the hospital, they couldn't have done more for you, and all credit to them.
And I suppose, as would be the case because it's the Crowe boys, but do you feel the whole island kind of behind you today?
Yeah, I've had literally hundreds, if not thousands, of messages and phones and texts and things. We've had. There's one thing they do have is good support. They're a pair of good, honest lads, and people like them for what they are. And nothing's. If anybody wants to speak to them or ask them things, they're always willing to go and do things. So yeah, they do have the island behind them. And they appreciate it. Not just Ireland. They have so much fans all over the world.
Well, and I can speak for the whole island and the whole station as well, and that we're all wishing them a massive speedy recovery, because that, no one wants to see that, but no one wants to see it when it's, Manx lads as well, it's our team kind of thing. So, the fallout then today, though, this wider conversation now with the sidecar races being pulled, not necessarily only because of that, we don't know what the backing is, but what's your reaction as a team, I suppose, to that news?
I think from our point of view, it's although it's difficult to accept, it's the right decision. It's the right decision. I know it's going to not go down well with a lot of the paddock and the crews, and obviously you've got teams from Europe that spent a lot of money to get here. But if they want to keep this event going, and if they want to come back next year, it's just the right thing to do. Seem to be trying to do something about it. Let us redevelop the bikes with the aerodynamics and stuff like that, and then come back and start again. Yeah.
Spot on.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Manx Radio newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider, so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.